My name is DC MacMinn, and I research John Christian Wedge, or Chris Wedge. He was born March 20th, 1957 in Binghamton, New York. He became interested in animation at age 12 when there was a TV special on called Yellow Ball Workshop. Kids were making cutout animations with a clear technique that was easy to follow at home. He said it was simple, effective, and had magical outcome and is what got him started. He stuck with creating through his childhood and teen years. He graduated from Fayetteville High School in 1975 and got his bachelor's in film at State University of New York at Purchase in 1981. He then got his master's in computer graphics and art education at Ohio State University. Out of college in 1982, Wedge worked for Maggie Synthavision. This was an early computer technology company that did the CGI for Disney's Tron. Wedge was a principal animator and credited as the scene programmer of this film. After this, in 1987, Wedge was one of the co-founders of Blue Sky Studios as well as the vice president of creative development, and this studio was founded after Maggie was shut down. In 1999, Wedge won an Academy Award for his short animated film Bunny that was produced by Blue Sky Studios. This film is about an elderly female rabbit living alone, and one night is baking a cake when a large moth is continually bothering her. She is especially bothered when this moth bumps into a picture on the wall of her and her late husband's wedding photo. She finally is able to beat the moth and knocks it down, and it lands in the batter. After it lands in the batter, she stirs it up and puts it in the pan and throws it in the oven. She sets the timer and falls asleep at the kitchen table. She is awoken by thumping and a bright blue and white light coming from the oven. The oven door falls open, and she crawls inside to see what is going on. She is confronted by the moth and then is floating towards a light in an unearthly space. She gains wings and continues floating towards this light, as well as dozens of other moths. The film ends with a close-up of the wedding photo that comes to life, and the female rabbit nuzzles her husband as they are now reunited. In 2002, Ice Age was Blue Sky's first computer animated film. This is about Sub-Zero heroes coming together to save a human baby. Wedge directed this film while also voicing a saber-toothed squirrel rat named Scrat, who loves acorns. This was released by 20th Century Fox. Following Ice Age in 2005, Wedge directed Robots, a film that takes place in a robot world where Rodney Copperbottom, an inventor, travels to the city to join his idol Big Weld's company, only to find himself opposing its sinister new management. This was based on a story Wedge created with William Joyce. In 2013, Wedge directed Epic, a 3D computer animated film loosely based on William Joyce's children's book The Leaf Men and Brave Good Bugs. This film is about a teenager who's transported to a deep forest setting where a battle between forces of good and evil is taking place, and she bands together a group of misfits to save their world and ours. William Joyce's children's book is from 1996. In 2019, Disney acquired Blue Sky Studios, and then in February of 2021, it was announced they'd have to shut down in April 2021 due to COVID lockdowns and impacts of economic impacts. They ceased operation April 10th, 2021. Blue Sky also did films such as Rio, Rio 2, The Peanuts Movie, Horton Hears of Who, Ferdinand, Spies in Disguise. Wedge's most recent work is voicing Scrat in a Disney Plus series of shorts called Ice Age: Scrat Tales, which was released in April 2022. This is what Wedge's most recent work as he reprised the role, and he will continue to create throughout his life.